Have you ever had sex 3 times in 1 week with your woman and then the next week you didn't have sex at all and you told yourself you were going backwards? You're not alone. Hey guys, I'm Stephanie, your sexologist and sex coach for men. Welcome back to the What I Love About Sex podcast. Whenever you tell yourself you're going backwards, it's not serving you, it's not serving your relationship. I didn't necessarily go backwards just because I didn't take an action, okay? I could still learn from what happened. And I could also see that relationships are like this. Just like life, literal life, a heartbeat. That's what it looks like. Well, not exactly, you know what I mean. It's important to not think and assume that your sex life and your relationship should always be on the up and up and up and up. It should always be getting better. It should always be perfect. You should always be having sex 3 times a week for the rest of your life in order to be a healthy sexual partnership. That's not true. That's not sustainable. It's not true. So get that out of your head. It's not helping. Get it out. What I told my client recently who said this, and many of my clients have said this, is I said, think about what it does when you tell yourself we went backwards this week. You carry this low energy because you feel like a failure. So you change your identity to failure, right? You're like, oh man, I'm really messing this up. You also tell yourself other people are doing it, I'm not. So comparison kicks in, right? Or even with yourself, last week we did it. Why couldn't I be why couldn't I do the same as last week? And you're bringing this negative energy around your sex life. So when you talk to your partner next, you're most likely going to say something like, I know we kind of went backwards this week, right? And that's not helping you guys. That's not helping you connect or be excited about your sex life, and it's not necessarily true that you went backwards. In order to not go backwards, you want to ask yourself, what did we learn from the last week? Or what was it about the last week that happened that, led to not much sex? Well, we did have a crazier work week. We did have an argument that we didn't solve as quickly as we could have. We felt a little disconnected because there wasn't much non-sexual intimacy throughout the day. We didn't prioritize it. Okay, interesting. So that makes sense why we didn't have as much sex as last week when we were doing those things. So if you're learning from it, you're still moving forward. You're still growing, and that's what matters is you pick up and you keep going. You don't tell yourself, oh man, we're going in the wrong direction. As long as you're mindful and you're putting effort in and you're tracking what's working and what's not, and you just keep getting back up, that's what matters. Okay? So don't tell yourself you're going backwards. Don't tell your partner that because you're going to bring that negative energy. And it's not just about negative energy, but it's about how you're looking at your sex life as a whole. And if you and your partner are both looking at it like, oh, this thing we're not good at, this thing we stress about, this thing that every time we talk, it's this low energy, like stressful type conversation, why do it? Oh, let's get away from that. And that's what tends to happen a lot. So give yourself credit where credit's due. Pick your partner up, encourage each other during times when you feel like sex is not as frequent. Tell each other, own it. Just be like, hey, babe, I felt a little disconnected the last week. I feel like we were both working really hard and there's a lot going on with the kids and I miss you. I missed you this week. What should we do different this week so that we just feel closer to each other? And you come from that angle, right? Or even the angle of just, hey babe, what do you want to do this week? Because last week wasn't as fun. So let's set something up that's fun this week. What do you want to do? And you're going right into that energy of passion and love and encouragement and creating this happiness and this joy around you guys spending time together in an intimate way. When you do that, you just pick it up and keep going because you trust yourself. You're the type of guy who can do that and who will do that. Then you make it happen. Reach out for coaching. If you need help with this, I'm here for you. Click the link in the description of this video. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.